Good evening, everybody. I'm Fresher Philly, and welcome to Game News. First, Fortnite World Cup is coming in 2019 with a $100 million reward. At the Pro Aim event, where Ninja and Marshmallow took the win, the Fortnite World Cup was announced, and basically they explained a little bit to us, like the fact that there's going to be different qualifications here and there. Like there's going to be organized qualifications, there's going to be online qualifications. All these qualifications around the world are going to be based on how good you are, and if you can actually pass them, then you have a chance of being in the biggest World Cup and taking the $100 million prize. And basically Epic Games has said that they're not going to let any pro people, any third-party leagues, anything like that, like Ninja, they're not going to buy any teams like that. It's only based on merit. And what that means is it's only going to be based on how good of a player you are. And if you can do it, you can take that $100 million prize home with you. Next up in news, we have a really big one, guys. You've probably heard about this, maybe some of you haven't, but if you've been on the internet anytime, whatsoever, you've probably heard that Pubg and Fortnite are at battle right now. Pubg is saying that Fortnite took their ideas. So basically Pubg they actually put in effect a copyright injunction, and what that is, a copyright injunction is basically them saying they're taking their ideas for the game. And Fortnite knows, you guys know Fortnite's completely different, it's unique, it's got its own game style. You know that Fortnite's not scared to go at it. But I do want to note that both of these games run off of the same game engine, which is Unreal Engine. So there's going to be a lot of legal tension between there. And this isn't PUBG's first rodeo. Before, they tried to do a copyright injunction on Rules of Survival. If you ever played that game before, with 150 players, you drop in just like that. It started on the phone and then it became a PC game. And they lost. They definitely lost because, Rules of Survival has been put into its own game. Now Rules of Survival is what it is now. But apparently they have to take a abstract filtration test. And what this is this test is going to determine how different they are. And the court has already said that they're going to take away the fact of 100 players being the last person, because that's just what a battle royale game is. You can't get on somebody for that. So they're going to be based off of movement, third person, first person, building. All of that is going to come into effect to see how these games are different. And for me, I really think that Fortnite has a good chance of winning because of how unique, how different they are, how much they strain to be different from PUBG, even though they did get the basis of Battle Royale from them. Still not bad. But there is some factors. There's some factors that come into it, okay? If the court happens in America, America has a law that tries to keep the authenticity of any game or any product that somebody has. So if it's in America, then PUBG could say that they're taking the authenticity away from their game, and the court would side with PUBG. And if it's in North Korea, no. If it's in South Korea, because not North, no. If it's in South Korea, then Fortnite has a great chance of winning because that law does not apply, and it's very obvious that PUBG and Fortnite are completely different. PUBG is a more real strategy, killing, win, you have to bait, it's all different, you can tell. You know Fortnite, you know PUBG, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Last up on our news today, we have the phone tournament. And the reason I say phone tournament is because I'm not sure if it's going to apply the Android and iOS. But basically this is what we got. We don't have a lot of information on it. I've dug around here and there to look for it. But basically it's going to be a big tournament for people who are phones, who play Fortnite on the phone. So as soon as it drops on Android, you guys got to grab it, jump into that tournament, because here's what's going to be. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a staging system. We don't have too much information on it yet, but you get in with the duos, your friend or a random duos, if whatever you feel, you want to do it by yourself, do a random duos and not even play with your friend, then you can do that. And it's different. You don't go until you get a victory royale. you go and the player with the most kills wins rather than whoever gets a victory royale. And it's going to be points you get, not V-Bucks. There's going to be points. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be a stage system, like you would in an MMA fight. You know, these two people win, you go on until you get to the prize. And I know if you get first place in your first, like, I'd say 60 games, like Showdown, if you get first place, you get 1,000 points. It doesn't say V-Bucks now, it says points. If you get second place, you get 500 points. And if you get third place, you get 100 points. And the grand prize, as we know so far, is going to be 10,000 V-Bucks, guys. 10,000 V-Bucks. Like, do you know all the skins and everything you can buy with that? Just because you're playing the game, you don't even have to steal your mom's credit card. You can literally win this if you're a good enough player. That's all the news that we have on Game News today. It was great doing this. I feel really great giving you guys information. I'm your host, Fresher Philly. I'll see you in the next one.